Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to online electronics class, that is analog electronics class. In the entire syllabus, the third unit is very simple, and if you are good at the third unit, you can easily get the 15 marks from that. It is very simple unit among all the 5 units. Unit name is feedback amplifiers. Feedback, that is, it is a combination of two words. Feedback, that means what? We are feeding back something, and it is amplifier. Amplifier is nothing but it is an electronic circuit which is used to increase the strength of the signal. For example, if you go with the loudspeaker, in front of the loudspeaker, in front of the mic, we will speak with very normal voice only, but when it comes from the loudspeaker, we can get the more voice than the original one. So that amplifier is nothing but it is an electronic circuit which is used to increase the strength of the signal. Best example for the amplifier is what? Loudspeaker. Loudspeaker, if you go with the loudspeaker, if it is a loudspeaker, we can get the voice from the loudspeaker is more than the voice where we given at the microphone. So this is what it is, a loudspeaker. It is the best example for amplifier. So that the definition of the amplifier is very clear, that it is an electronic circuit. It is an electronic circuit which is used to increase the strength of the signal. Here signal is what? Voice signal. The amplifier, what it is doing? It is increasing the strength of that voice. So the best example for the amplifier is the loudspeaker. So this is loudspeaker, that is amplifier we are having, in which we are employing the concept is called feedback. We have amplifier. Amplifier means what? It is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the signal, and we have the amplifier on which employing the concept that is called feedback. Feedback, that is what? We are taking some part of the output, and again it is taken as a backside as to the input side, and it is connected as an input. We are feeding back. We are taking the output and we are connecting that as input for the amplifier. So that concept is named as feedback concept. Feeding back, that means what? We are taking some part of the output, again we are connected as input, that is called feedback concept. By employing the feedback concept into the amplifiers, we can get the two things. You should understand the point. First one is amplifier. We have the amplifier. Amplifier is an electronic circuit which is used to increase the strength of the signal. So that assume that it is an amplifier. What is the function of amplifier? It increases the strength of the weak signal. I am having the amplifier in which I am introducing the concept is called feedback. Feedback means what? Amplifier is giving some output for one particular input signal. From this output, again I am taking some part of the output, again I am connecting that as an input. This concept is called feedback. We are feeding back. Output we are taking and again we are feeding back. That is called feedback concept. By employing the feedback in the amplifiers, we can have the two things. Earlier it is simple amplifier only. But after employing the feedback into the amplifiers, we can have the two things. One is either we can get the more advantages, or we can get that to work as another circuit. First one, there are two types of feedbacks are there. This is what? Amplifier on which we can apply the feedback, but the feedbacks are two types. One is called a negative feedback. Another one is called positive feedback. By employing the negative feedback to the amplifier circuit, it will provide the more advantages. By employing the positive feedback, this amplifier no longer works as an amplifier, it acts as an oscillator circuit. Oscillator is an electronic circuit which generates the AC signal, which generates the oscillations. If you go with the ECG, ECG stands for electrocardiogram, it is generates the signal. ECG is an electronic circuit which describes the functionality of the human heart. Yes. It is a graph actually, like this, it shows the behavior of the human heart. That means what? It is generating a signal. That means what? Whenever a circuit is generating the AC signal, that is named as oscillator, oscillator circuit. In the lab also we will be having some oscillators. So two things I wanted to explain now. The first one is an amplifier. Amplifier means it is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the weak signal. First one. We have the amplifier circuit on which we are employing the concept of feedback. Feedback is nothing but taking the some part of the output, again it is connected as an input. That is called feedback. There are two types of feedbacks are there. Positive feedback, negative feedback. By employing the positive feedback in the amplifier circuit, that will give the more advantages. By employing the negative feedback, we can have the more advantage. By employing the positive feedback, it can work as an oscillator circuit. I hope I am clear. Yes. There are two types of feedbacks are there. What are those? Positive feedback, negative feedback. If you employ the positive feedback, this circuit acts as oscillator. If you employ the negative feedback, it will provide the more advantages. The complete third unit discuss only negative feedback only. Fourth unit is positive feedback. Third unit is negative feedback. This is very simple unit and it is very easiest unit. You can easily understand and easily score the marks. So that I am going with the amplifier. Amplifier symbol, then the amplifier definition we know. Amplifier definition, it is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the weak signal. It is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the weak signal. This is the definition of the amplifier. Definition of the amplifier will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. What is the example for amplifier? Loudspeaker is the best example for the amplifier. Then this is the definition is completed. Then amplifier symbol will be like this. Symbol of the amplifier. This is symbol of the amplifier. Here we are giving the input is V in. V means what? The last class I have explained. V stands for voltage. I stands for current. V stands for voltage. I stands for current. I am giving what? V in as a voltage. Voltage signal I am giving as an input so that I can get the output is V out. If it is an amplifier, V out must be less than V in only because amplifier property is that it has to increase the strength of the weak signal. We are saying that input is a weak signal. So that output will be strengthened signal compared to the original signal. So that we are calling this is what? This triangle symbol we are calling it is amplifier. Amplifier is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the signal. Then how much it is delivering? How much it is strengthening the signal, and that will be defined by one more factor that is called A. A is nothing but open loop gain. Open loop gain. Gain means what? Gain means what? How much we achieved for one particular signal is called gain. Gain is nothing but always you must remember gain is nothing but output by input only. Output is what here? Output is what here in this circuit? Output is V out and input is what? V in. Gain is nothing but always it is a ratio between the output to the input. If I am giving here current as the input, output is also current. I in to I out, so that gain will be then I out by I in. If it is power I am giving P into P out, so that gain will be P out by P in. That means you must remember that here amplifier is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the weak signal with the open loop gain is A. Gain is nothing but It is a ratio between output voltage to input voltage, or output current to input current, or in general output to input. Is this clear? Yes. This is what it is, simple amplifier only, but our topic is what? Feedback amplifier. This complete thing is what it is, amplifier. This complete arrangement we can call it is an amplifier. Amplifier is an electronic circuit which increases the strength of the weak signal. This is amplifier. Next, what we have to do? We have to employ feedback concept in this amplifier. Then take the amplifier, again take the amplifier. This is the amplifier. What is the input of amplifier? Input of the amplifier is Vin, we know that. Input of the amplifier is Vin. Output of the amplifier is what? Vout. What is the open loop gain of this amplifier? A. Simply. So we have to introduce what now? We have to introduce feedback concept. Feedback concept is nothing but taking the sum part of the output, again it is connected to input, that is called feedback concept. So that from this I am taking the output. This line is carrying what? This line is carrying Vout. I have connected one more wire so that this line is also carrying the Vout. But we require the total Vout? No, we don't require the total Vout. We require very small part of the Vout only, and that small amount of Vout will be decided by the one network. It is called feedback network. What is the need of the feedback network? Feedback network is going to allow the few amount of Vout to the input side only. If this feedback network is not there, it is totally carrying the Vout. Yes, are you with me? Yes. If this feedback network is not there, this line is directly connected to the Vout, so that this line is also carrying the Vout. But we don't require the total Vout, we require very small amount of Vout only, and that small amount of Vout will be decided by this feedback network. Now then the output of the feedback network is the Vout? Yes. No, it is not Vout, it is less than Vout. You are getting or not? Yes. Input of this feedback network is Vout only, total Vout it is taking, but it has to give only very small part of the Vout only, and that Vout we can call it is VF. VF is nothing but feedback signal. Then here input of the feedback network is what? Vout. Output of the feedback network? In these two, which one is less? VF. Which one is more? Vout. Then we have to connect this as again input for signal. This is VF. Now this is VN and this is what? VF. This is VN and this is VF, and so that I can add these two by making use of the one more circuit, that is called mixer circuit. This is called adder circuit or mixer circuit. We can call it as adder or mixer or summer circuit. So now this is, we are having the one signal, this is VN, this is VS you can call, and this is VN you can call. If these two are plus and this is plus minus, and you can have this is here this is Vs voltage and this is what it is? You should answer. This is VF and this is Vs, and this Vs is Vn is equals to what we can write? Vn is equals to Vs plus or minus Vf. Are you getting or not? Vs is coming and Vf is also coming, and from this we are getting the Vn. Vn is nothing but Vs plus or minus Vf. How many of you clear this point? Here, if this entire network is not there, this is what it is? This is simple amplifier only. Now we are introducing what? Feedback network, so that this line is carrying total Vout, but we don't require the total Vout. We require only few amount, that is Vf, and by making use of the feedback network, we have reduced Vout to Vf. Now we have added this Vf to Vs, Vs to Vf, and so that will be the next signal, that is Vn. Vn is equals to Vs plus or minus Vf. So that we can call it is Vin is equals to Vs. If both are plus, that will be Vs plus Vf. If this is plus and this is minus, Vin is equals to Vs minus Vf. So that how many types of feedbacks we have? Two types. What are the two types? Positive feedback. That means this is and this is both are positive. That is called positive feedback. If Vs is positive, Vf is negative. That is called Negative feedback. Then if it is positive feedback, V in is equals to what? Vs plus Vf. If it is negative feedback, then yes, then like that you can discuss the point. You have? Then this is about the block diagram of what it is? Feedback concept, and this will be asked for 2 or 3 marks in the exam. Draw the feedback concept, draw the block diagram of feedback concept. That may be positive feedback, that may be negative feedback. If in the diagram V in is equals to Vs plus Vf, that feedback network is called positive feedback. It is called positive feedback. If V in is equals to Vs minus Vf it is negative feedback. By employing the negative feedback, we can have the more advantages. Just now I have explained. By employing the negative feedback, we can have the more advantages. By employing the positive feedback, it can be works as oscillator circuit. So that oscillators are designed with which feedback network? Positive feedback. Oscillators are designed with positive feedback, and whereas whenever we employ the negative feedback, it will provide the more advantages. Here we are getting the more advantages due to which feedback? Negative feedback. Oscillator we have been designing with which feedback? Positive feedback. This complete positive feedback we are going to discuss in the 4th unit, and in the complete 3rd unit we are going to talk about the negative feedback. Then this is about the positive feedback and negative feedback, and this is the block diagram of the feedback amplifiers, or the negative feedback or the positive feedback. Here we are having, this is what? It is an amplifier section. This is what? It is a feedback network, and this circuit is what it is? It is a summer circuit or mixer circuit or adder circuit, and if both are Vs and Vf both are positive, then that will be the positive feedback. If Vs is positive and Vf is negative, that is called negative feedback. So that we have the two networks, that is positive and a negative. So that copy that one. So in the diagram I can write all the things. Here A is nothing but, we know that A is a open loop gain. Open loop gain, that means what? Without employing the feedback, we can have the amplifier gain, that is A, that is called open loop gain. Always open loop gain is equals to V out by V in only. V out by V in only, open loop gain. Without employing the feedback, this V in is nothing but simple Vs only, so that you can call it is V in is at Vs. V in is at Vs, and here there is no feedback, and so that we don't have the Vf. So that A is nothing but open loop gain, and V out is nothing but output voltage. V in is a input voltage, whereas V in is equals to Vs. And we can have the another one is about here Vs. Vs is nothing but it is a source signal or source voltage, source signal. Initially it starts with one particular voltage signal, and that signal is named as source signal. Voltage source signal is always going to be constant only. And Vf is nothing but it is a feedback signal. Feedback signal is the output from feedback signal, and it is the output from the feedback network. It is the output from the feedback network. Here V out is nothing but output voltage. The relation between the Vf and V out, Vf is equals to we have the relation between the Vf and V out. Vf is equals to beta into V out. Vf is equals to beta into V out. We know that Vf is very, very small amount compared to the V out, so that beta must be less than 1 only. If the beta equals to 1, what happens? If the beta is equals to 1 means Vf is directly V out only. Yes. But our intention is to take only very small part of the V out we must take, so that the beta must be chosen such that Vf must be less than the V out, so that here we are having Vf is equals to beta into V out. Beta is less than 1, and so that all the things are completed. We know that here the feedback network is there. feedback network is always designed with the passive components. We know that the passive components, resistor, capacitors and inductors, by making use of the various connections of resistors, capacitors and inductors, we can design the feedback network. A feedback network function, we know that it is going to allow the V out such that it is going to give the very few amount of signal to the input side, so that it is nothing but it is a feedback network. And here beta we can call it is a feedback ratio or feedback factor. It is called, it is feedback ratio or feedback factor, you can call it is feedback factor beta. Feedback factor beta, it is always less than 1 only. We have to choose in the beta, it must deliver the VF must be less than V out only. This is the concept of feedback. And we know that based on the signal we are feeding back to the amplifier, we will be having the two types of feedback. One is positive feedback, another one is negative feedback. Positive feedback is nothing but Vin is equals to Vs plus Vf. That means what? Vs, whatever the polarity Vs is having, Vf is also having the same polarity, so that when the two signals are with the same polarity, we can call those two signals are in phase signals. These two signals are in phase because both are positive or both are negative, so that we can call in phase signals. That means what? Whenever the Vs and Vf are in phase signals, that is called, it is a positive feedback. Whenever the Vs and Vf are with the opposite polarities, we can call them as out phase signals. When the Vs and Vf are out phase signals, then the resultant network is named as negative feedback. So that in electronic terminology, we can call this Vs and Vf in case of positive feedback. These two signals are in phase signals. In case of negative feedback, Vs and Vf are out phase signals. In case of in phase, the phase difference between these two signals either 0 degrees or 360 degrees. That means what? There is no phase difference between these two signals. Either both are positive or both are negative, so that the phase difference must be either 0 or 360. 360 is also 0 only. In case of out phase signals, that is in case of negative feedback, it will be phase shift is about 180 degree phase shift between the Vs and Vf, and this is about the feedback concept, and it is with the two types of feedback, positive and negative feedbacks. See this one. So from this diagram we can write Vs is equals to we can write Vin is equals to Vs plus R minus Vf. Then Vin is what? Input to the Vin is the input to the feedback, Vin is the input to the amplifier section, and Vs is the source voltage and Vf is the feedback voltage. So that from this I can write the two independent equations, so that Vn is equals to, I can write Vs plus Vf, and this feedback is called, it is positive feedback. And here Vn is equals to, we can write Vs minus Vf, we can write Vs minus Vf, we can write here Vs and Vf both are with the same polarity. Vs is positive, Vf is also positive. When the two signals are with the same polarity, that signals are named as in phase signals. In phase, both signals are in phase, so that these signals are called in phase. Here this is having the positive and this is also having the positive, so that these two signals are called in phase signals. The phase difference between the in phase signals is about 0 degrees or 360 degrees. In phase means what? In phase means both are positive or both are negative, so that there is no phase difference. There is no phase difference. Phase difference means that is 0 degree phase shift, or we can call it is 360 degrees also. 0 means here and 360 means again we are coming here only, so that 0 and 360 remain same only. And in case of a negative feedback, what we are having, Vn is equals to Vs is positive and Vf is negative. One is with positive, another one is negative, so that this type of signals are named as out phase signals. Out phase signals, so that the phase difference between these two signals will be 180 degrees. That means what? One is at the positive side, another one is at negative side, so that the phase difference between the positive to negative is about 180 degrees. So that you have to remember, the point is that in case of positive feedback, that signals must be in phase signal, so that the phase difference must be between them is about 0 degrees or 360 degrees. In case of negative feedback, these two signals are out phase signals. The phase difference between those two signals is about 180 degrees. Likewise, you have to remember, this is the introduction about the third unit, and the third unit completely discuss about the negative feedback only. So that here, what are the two feedbacks we have? Negative feedback and positive feedback. By employing the negative feedback, it will give the more advantages. By employing the positive feedback, this circuit will convert as the oscillator circuit. So that what are the advantages that by employing the negative feedback we have been getting, we have to discuss in the third unit. So that the next heading is about the negative feedback. Next heading is negative feedback. Copy those two equations. So complete third unit deals with the negative feedback only, so that here onwards I am going to talk about the negative feedback. And we know that the negative feedback means, first of all, we require to have the amplifier section, and this is the symbol of amplifier. And without having the feedback, it is, you can call it is a open loop amplifier and simple amplifier only, so that I can call this is about V in and this one is V out. And so that without employing the feedback, it will have the gain. That gain we can call it is a open loop gain. We know that open loop gain is denoted with A, and it is always gain will be the ratio of output by input only, V in by V out by V in. This is simple amplifier, and here the input is V in and this is the output is V out, and it is with the open loop gain is A. And now I am employing the feedback, and this is I am employing the feedback, and this is a feedback network. And the feedback network is designed with, we know that feedback network is always designed with the passive components only. Passive components nothing but resistor, capacitors and inductor. This is the feedback network, and the input of the feedback network is always V out only. We are not deducting here, and here it is going through the feedback network, that is nothing but the resistor, capacitors and inductor. So that from the feedback network we will be getting the signal is Vf. That means what? Here we are going with the negative feedback. That means what? One has to be positive, another has to be negative, then only it will be a negative feedback. And so that to mix up these two signals, we are going with the circuit that is called, it is a mixer circuit. This is a mixer, and it is also called as adder circuit and summer circuit. And source voltage we have, this is Vs, and this signal is about Vf. We can call this signal is about Vf. And here this V in is equals to, in case of negative feedback, V in is equals to what? In case of negative feedback, V in is equals to Vs minus Vf. So that this has to be plus and this has to be minus. Vs is plus and Vf is minus. In case of negative feedback, what are the signals we can call? Signals are out phase signals. So that here I am having the Vf, I am having the signal is like this. Signal is, this is a Vs, you can call this is a Vs, and this is a Vs signal. And coming to the Vf signal, and we are having here a Vs signal, and this is positive, and next we have to have the negative, so that here it is negative also started. During this positive cycle we are having here negative, during the negative cycle we are having positive, so that this is negative, this is positive. So that the what is the phase difference between these two? Phase difference between these two is about the 180 degree phase shift, and we have the phase difference is about 180 degrees, so that we can call this is a negative feedback. And what is the relation between the Vf and V out? Vf is equals to, just now I have explained, Vf is equals to beta into V out. Then beta is equals to what we can call? Vf is equals, no, from this equation, beta is equals to Vf by V out. Beta is equals to Vf by V out, and it is always less than 1 only. If it is equals to 1 and there is no need of the feedback network, directly V out is taken by the input side, so that we are not reducing V out to the Vf, so that here we must choose the beta value by less than 1. And how you will decide the beta? Beta will be decided by the 3 components. What are the 3 components? RLC, passive component, resistor, capacitor and inductor. So that this feedback network is designed with 3 components, that is resistor, capacitor and inductor. Based on the values of these 3, we can choose the beta is less than 1. If you choose the beta is less than 1, obviously you can get the Vf is less than V out, such that you can get the Vf here. And if you compare these 2 signals are out phase signals, so that the phase difference is about 180 degree, so that you can get the Vin is equals to Vs minus Vf. In case of positive feedback, what we have to change? Only here Vf is in phase with the Vs, so that if it is positive, here also positive. If it is negative, and here also negative, both will have the same polarity, so that Vin is equals to Vs plus Vf, here plus and here also plus, that is a positive feedback. And by employing the negative feedback, we can have the many advantages. By employing the negative feedback, by employing the negative feedback to the amplifier circuit, we will have the many advantages, and with the discussion of all these advantages, third unit will be closed. So that what are the advantages we can have by employing the negative feedback in the amplifier section? First one is about we can have the gain stability. We can have the stable gain by employing the negative feedback. Gain will be constant, so that we can have the gain stability can be achieved. Gain stability can be achieved by making use of the negative feedback. By making use of the negative feedback, gain stability can be achieved. So this whatever I am, just now I have explained. If we employ the positive feedback, that acts as an oscillator. If we employ the negative feedback to the amplifier circuit, it will give the more advantages. So that by employing the negative feedback, it will give the very good characteristics, that nothing but advantages only. First one is by employing the negative feedback, gain of the amplifier will be stable only. That means what? By employing the negative feedback, this is going to deliver the constant gain irrespective of input signal. Every time you will get the constant gain only, such that gain stability is possible with which feedback? By using the negative feedback, gain stability can be possible. So that the first advantage of the negative feedback is we can achieve the gain stability. Second advantage of the negative feedback, by employing the negative feedback in the amplifier circuit, we can have the input impedance is going to reduces. That means what? The input impedance is going to increases in case of negative feedback. By increasing the negative by increasing the input impedance, it is not going to allow the signal, so that the gain is going to be constant irrespective of input signal, so that it allows the very it is going to give the input impedance is increases. Coming to the output side, output impedance is nothing but it is a total resistance present in the circuit is named as impedance only, so that at the input side it is going to increase the input resistance, and the output side it is going to decrease the input impedance. And coming to the next fourth point is that the bandwidth is going to increases. I am going to explain what is the bandwidth in the tomorrow's class. And the next one, whatever the noise is there in the circuit, and that is going to decreases by employing the negative feedback. And the nonlinear distortion is also going to reduces by making use of the negative feedback. By employing the negative feedback in the amplifier circuit, we will be having these 6 advantages, and these 6 advantages also called as characteristics of negative feedback. What are the 6? First one, gain is going to be stable, input impedance decreases, output impedance decreases, and the bandwidth decreases, and the noise decreases, and the nonlinear distortion decreases. The gain after employing the negative feedback, gain will be denoted as AF. If without employing the feedback, gain is simply A only. By employing the feedback, the gain is denoted as AF. And without employing the feedback, the input impedance is simply named as ZI. By employing the feedback, it is ZIF. ZI is nothing but Z is nothing but impedance, I is nothing but input and by employing the feedback, this is ZIF and it is ZOF. Z is nothing but what? Impedance. O is nothing but what? Output, and it is by employing feedback. And here bandwidth is denoted as the BW by employing the feedback. And here the noise is N only. N is this one, and the nonlinear distortion D only, and this is D. That means what? We have to compare AF to A, we have to compare ZI to Z, we have to compare ZOF to Z, ZO and BWF to BW, like that. Without employing the feedback, we have to study A. After applying the feedback, we have to study AF. That means what? We have to prove that gain is stable by employing the negative feedback. And second point, by employing the negative feedback, we should prove that input impedance is increases compared to the without feedback. Here by employing the negative feedback, output impedance is going to decreases, and like this, these 6 points, and these 6 points can be asked for 2 marks in the short answer question. That means what? Write all the advantages of negative feedback, or write the characteristics of negative feedback amplifier. You have to list only 6 points. Gain stability, input impedance increases, output impedance decreases, bandwidth decreases, noise decreases, nonlinear distortion also decreases. All these are the advantages of negative feedback. By employing the positive feedback, the circuit will generate what? Oscillations, so that oscillator will give the complete opposite characters. Complete opposite character. We will not have gain stability, and the input impedance decreases, output impedance increases, bandwidth increases, and here the noise is going to decreases, and the nonlinear distortion is also increases. This is bandwidth is increases, sorry. Bandwidth is increases, bandwidth increases, not decreases, bandwidth increases, and if you compare these characteristics of negative feedback to the positive feedback amplifier, that will be the opposite. Here gain will not be stable, input impedance decreases, output impedance increases, bandwidth will be decreases, and noise will be increases, nonlinear distortion is also increases. All these are the characteristics of positive feedback, so that if you are good at the negative feedback, obviously you will be able to understand very easily positive feedback. What is the application of positive feedback? Oscillator circuit. By employing the negative feedback, we are getting advantages. How many advantages we have been getting? 6 advantages. This will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. For the long answer question, this will be asked for the 10 marks. So that you have to take the each and every point, you have to explain that. Each and every point from the 6 points, you have to explain in words, and by making use of that one mathematical equation, you have to explain. In tomorrow's class, I am going to explain this 6. And with this, 80% of your third unit is closed by explaining these 6 points. And after that, one more topic is there, that is types of negative feedback. One more class is needed, and with that, the complete third unit will be closed. If you all are together in the class, and I can complete this is in 3 to 4 hours only, so that with that everyone will be good at that third unit, so that we can concentrate on the 5th unit now. Okay, then in tomorrow's class, that is on Monday class, we are going to talk about all the characteristics of negative feedback with detail, and which will be asked for the 15 marks in the exam. Okay, thank you, students. Oh God.